If you're his cornerman, you're fuming, absolutely raging. And now if I was his corner, I'd be screaming, just kick his leg. Maybe someone said to him, listen, you let Sean win, we'll give you £1 million. Throws the high kick. You can hear it sounds like he's broken his shin, right? And now if I was his corner, I'd be screaming, just kick his leg.
He's hopping. Why are you going for a takedown?
If you're his cornerman, you're fuming, absolutely raging. Just like kind of when you took Thomas Almeida down after you rocked him and he was almost finishing him. And...
No, but the difference with my one and Thomas Almeida is like, yes, I rocked him, he dropped him, and I took him down. Because I was in my game plan, because Thomas Almeida is a very, very good high-level striker. So in my head, I'm like, oh, went to my game plan. I'll get this as the easy takedown.
I think you needed me in your corner for that one.
But then you saw, I went for the takedown and I realised I actually let go and I kneed him in the head and dropped him again. And then I went down on the floor.
I was watching you live when I was at a skiing resort, and I remember I got the big screen up, told everyone, that's my coach, that's my coach. You know, like how Chris Weidman's dad said, that's my son. And then they were like, oh, your guy's good, isn't he? And I was like, what's he going for a takedown? I remember shouting at the camera, like, you dumb prick, Brad. I was losing my shit. We're gonna go to the next one, which is probably the most low IQ fighter moment in the world. Peter Yan saying goodbye to his title from kneeing him in the head. What are you thinking?
I get it. It's not that bad. Like, you get kicked in the head all the time, punched in the head. I do not feel that should be illegal, but yes, it's illegal. Of course, yeah. It was wrong. But if those two were fighting over the last pig on earth,
Brad's going to tell us how tough he is, but we're going to stick to the rule set, right?
Peter Yan would be in a half sandwich. So for me, go back this way. Like, for me, fighting is fighting. So I'm a bit old school. I used to like the old pride fighter style, right? If I'm on the floor and I'm not protecting myself and you kick me in the head, it is fighting. I understand, like, biting, eye gouging, they're different, right?
Anyway, we're talking low fighter IQ moments. In the rule set, you're not allowed to knee someone on a downed opponent. Now, as far as I remember, is this 4th round, Tom? Peter Yan was up all the rounds, and he's literally said goodbye to his belt. Now, I'm going to stick up for Aljamain Sterling here, whereas when people say that he was faking it and that,
he was, but it's smart, it's a good business move.
Would you not? You're losing this fight, but if you fake it, you're going to get given the belt. You're going to be on more money, because I'm assuming he was on a win bonus where it might be 200 grand to fight 200 if he wins. So you're going to go home to your wife and kids and say, listen, I lost out on 200 grand because I didn't just stay down. If I was his cornerman, I would be screaming, saying, stay down.
But
then he came back and obviously bashed him up on the rematch.
But it shouldn't be illegal.
I agree, that I do think that the soccer kicks and that sort of stuff is fighting. You know, it's part of fighting.
I wanted to fight back in the day for a head stomp.
That's another story, guys. We'll be here all day. So, anyway, next IQ moment. Oh, yeah, can we just say as well, though, so Peter Yan's knee was super, super low IQ moment. Oh, he's let him off the hook. Oh.
Just got DQ.
I was just about to say, it's as if Saldana's giving him the fight. Maybe someone said to him, listen, you let Sean win, we'll give you £1 million.
No.
You let him off the hook twice.
I believe that, I understand, because sometimes it looks pretty cool nowadays to do a walk-off knockout. He knocked him down, he tried to walk off, but you let the guy stand back up, and then he done it again, and then he's stupid enough to come in with that knee. Yet again, shouldn't be illegal. Fighting's fighting, so.
What about this one, ready? T. Ortiz does not know he's left and right.
Right hook to the body. Again. Again. Right uppercut. Again.
I'll get another one up for you. I've got a better one here.
I'm quite mentally tough, so I don't believe in ghosts or Father Christmas.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't believe. Do you believe in ghosts?
I'm mentally tough. I don't believe in Father Christmas and ghosts.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Yeah. Do you believe in Father Christmas?
Yeah. Why does that make you mentally tough?
No, what I'm just saying is that I don't need to believe in something external. And for me, also, I'm not one of those people who are not superstitious. You're very superstitious, right?
Right.
Right. I'm not. So I don't believe, like, if I wear my yellow gloves, that I'm going to win my fight. I believe in myself, you know, like.
So what's the mentally tough bit about the ghosts and Father Christmas?
Because I'm mentally tough, I don't believe in it. You know, I believe in what's real, what's in front of me, and what I can control. You know, like, no, people believe like...
Brad Ortiz.
Oh, this guy here, he won't win his fight unless he touches the wood 100 times.
Pickett and Brad Ortiz.
You know, it's like, for me, mental toughness. People don't realise I was ahead of the game. That's the love circle. Now, oh no, I did this first. I went like this.
I have no idea.
And then I went like that.
Pickett. I remember as well, I was with Brad, I was next to him, and I remember thinking, oh yeah, this is our moment, like, you know, we're gonna go wee like this, like boys. Instead, Brad just went.
There's a circle of love. I'm just ahead of the game.
Guys, leave in the comments, who do you think's cleverer? Cleverer? Who do you think's more...
Gee,
Tom, cut that out. Who do you think's more clever? Tito Ortiz or
cleverer?
Brad?
They should be just buckle the seatbelts on and just be ready to see what goes down.
Well, now I know I was trying to say.
Buckle the seatbelts on.
Buckle your seatbelts and get ready for the ride. But I didn't get the ride part out. I was ready to just buckle your seatbelts and just...
Do you know what? If I was back in the day with Brad, this is obviously before I knew him, I wish I'd be there just to say, like, say this, say that. And then as he's saying things, just say, no, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that.
He's media trained by no other person than myself. I helped him out from these things. I am what I was, you know?
Wait, we're going to clash arms if you carry on.
Yeah, exactly. Don't make me buckle my seatbelt and see what goes down, because I am a big fish in a pond.
Bradisms, guys, if you ever want to see that, it's on YouTube. And it's actually Brad that uploaded it. Brad's 2000. Bradisms. Oh, this is a good one.
That's his style.
Breaks my heart.
Unfortunately, Anderson Silva, he had that kind of style, but when you keep leaning back like that, it looks great until that happens.
I just think that the timing was not good. It was round 2. It had only been 1minute 20 seconds into the round, and he's already doing the dropping hands. And I guess the chin just said, not today, mate. Brad said something to me, which was very smart once. Risk versus reward. If you're going to risk something, make sure it's very high reward. What Anderson was doing there was no reward other than it looks fancy, it looks good, it might go on a highlight video, but there was no counter to what he was doing, you know, there was no kind of, if he misses, you're going to come back with something. It was just showboating.
Honestly, a lot of fights like this are very exciting to watch, but they're what I call people who are gamble. They gamble a lot, they roll the dice. And it's very exciting for us to watch sometimes, but more you roll the dice and you gamble, you will come unstuck at some point. And that's what happened with him, you know. He's a very, don't get me wrong, he's a very good gambler, one of the probably the best, knows what he's doing, very good at calculating stuff. But when it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
So the thing is there with Adesanya and Kelvin, when you're in the fight, sometimes things just don't necessarily flow. You know, in my last fight, I followed Daniel Pineda down to the ground. If I could reverse time, I wish I said, just stand up. But in the moment, I saw the last hurdle, you know, I saw that golden opportunity to just hammer fist him and finish the fight. And he survived, and obviously the fight went on to be a decision. So, you know, I think, I wouldn't really say that's a super low IQ moment.
Also, they're all situational basis, and him, you see Kelvin Gastelum is actually pretty tired. And he's gassing himself out by throwing big punches, trying to put him out. You've got more rounds to fight, so sometimes, okay, I take the guy down, get my breather back, recharge, win the round, that kind of thing. So for me, sometimes it's smart IQ to go for a takedown, even though the guy's hurt.
Because the thing is as well, let's be honest, that in a fight, you're not always thinking straight. You're in the middle of a fight. And that, I think, was the 4th or 5th round. So they'd been fighting for 20 minutes, you know, and I'm not going to say it's a super low IQ moment, but...
No, it wasn't.
It's just, maybe you made a mistake.
You would say, people on the outside, I was the wrong choice, he was so hurt, and great, but you don't understand how fatigued Kelvin Gastelum is at that time. He's so fatigued, he's like, well, this could be a free takedown, let me just win this round, you know, like kind of thing. You know, so.
Again, we've got a similar one here. Thiago Alves dominating the striking performance, and then on the way to a unanimous decision win, he shoots for a takedown and gets subbed. Now, that's just MMA, right?
Yeah.
And that's the nature of the beast, is that, you know, like we just said about it's a game of millimetres, that is exactly what happens. And I've had it before in sparring where it was against Callum, I was winning the whole round, went for a takedown in the last 30 seconds and got guillotined. But...
So you won?
I was practicing and I learned my lesson, because it's good to make them mistakes in your training sessions, but obviously during a fight, it's different because that is all she wrote, you know, you don't get another chance. Now, in Thiago's defence, he could have left the fight standing and the guy could have swung and got a lucky shot. So I don't think, again, that's a low IQ fighter moment. It was maybe a mistake. He shouldn't have gone for a takedown, or he just shouldn't have got caught in a guillotine. But
it's not to do with IQ. I think it's not the best decision, but it's not the best decision because you look in hindsight, right? Hindsight, if you took the guy down and just done some ground and pound and then won,
it would have been a great decision.
Yeah, well, great, good stamp on that round by taking him down. It's only now you only look at now because it didn't go his way, and that's the thing. It's not everything's going to go your way sometimes, you know. So it's always you always look in hindsight when things go bad. When you win a fight as a fighter, you don't even think about your fight anymore. When you lose a fight, you dissect everything. What did I do wrong? What did I eat the night before? You know, what time did I go to bed? You analyse everything on a loss, which you don't so much on a win. You know?
And that's why this is the toughest sport in the world, guys. You know, when you're playing a game of football or for American fans, soccer, you know, you can make a mistake and the game continues regardless. You know, you have 10 other players on your team that are there to help you.
You're having a bad day, you get substitute, you go off and bring a new player on.
In MMA, you can't make a mistake.
Imagine you having a bad round. I'm not feeling anything. I was going to tackle on my corner and then go finish it off.
There's what I'd say is no second chances in MMA, unfortunately, which is why I think it does make it the most exporting. Most sporting sport. I just said exporting, that's a Bradism.
Exporting.
It's the most exciting sport in the world, and I think that is why. You know, you're always on the edge of the seat, and, you know, I don't gamble anymore, but I would hate to be a gambler betting on an MMA fight. So, just to finish off, guys, we're going to finish with a Bradism.
I am what I was.
But I wasn't what I am. Yes, guys, have you wanted to train with a world-class UFC fight team? Not just any team, my team. All for the price of a coffee? Now you can. At Prospect Academy, we're not just doing tutorials with my boxing coach, jiu-jitsu coach, strength conditioning coach, yoga, sports physio, you name it, we've got it. We're also doing giveaways, competitions, exclusive discount codes, and many more perks of being a member. Join now at Prospect Academy.